First of all, I'd like to thank Pfizer Drug Corporation for making this possible. It was their generosity that enabled Kent to come up and do this with us, and they are underwriting the refreshments as well. They produce many of the products that we use every day, and they've been a long-standing and very helpful backer of the veterinary profession. Pfizer joined with Fort Dodge about 6 months ago to be entirely under the Pfizer umbrella, but we've been using those products for years and years. I'd like to introduce Kent Allen. He's well known to all of you. He's head of Virginia Equine Imaging. He's done several stints as vet for several of the USET teams, and is on the Drugs and Medication Committee for both FEI and USEF. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Kent.
Okay, so what we're going to talk about, and thank you, Pete, Roger, Damascus Equine, and obviously I know a lot of you, and happy to come and chat. This is, you've picked a great time to hear a drug and medications talk, because sometimes it's kind of the same old thing and everybody's heard it 8 million times, and you know, I can barely talk for all the snoring in the room and that sort of thing. And so this is a very dynamic time in the drug and medication arena, because USEF just did a major change in their drug rules and have this staggered implementation. We're going to talk about that. FEI kind of went off the deep end on their drug rules, and they have done major changes on their drug rules, and so we're going to talk about that as well. So what we're going to talk about is how you stay within the drug and medication guidelines, because what everybody wants to do here is go ahead and just compete their horse, or if you're a veterinarian, you want to make sure your client can compete their horse. And what nobody wants is that nasty little letter from the Federation or the FEI that says, oh, by the way, we're inviting you to come to a non-all expense paid junket to Lexington or Luzon and defend why you have a drug and medication charge against you. So the goal is that everybody's going to be a wizard at this at the end of tonight, and that will never happen. So, and just, you know, what we're going to talk about is obviously the competing horse, and I apologize to you guys, because am I in your way here? Okay, tell me if I get in your way. But, you know, what we're looking for here is we all know the competing horse. I mean, you know, if you go talk to a few people within Humane Society of the United States or PETA or those sort of groups, and they'll go, well, yes, we have a policy and a stance on drug and medication, and that is horses should have nothing. Actually, they should all be turned out and eat grass. So, you know, we actually all ride horses, and so the goal is you want the horses to compete. You want them to compete with as little medication as possible. You want it to be fair. You know, you don't want the big trainer 2 hours away to go and beat socks off because he's doing a better job of chemistry than you guys are. Okay, that's not fair. So you want it to be fair, and you want it to be a situation where the horse is safe. If he needs competition, medication to compete, then it's a fair and equitable situation, and you're not risking your horse.